Vegreville, Alberta is home to the world's largest pisanka, or Ukrainian Easter egg. It is so beautiful that the Queen herself came to visit it back in 1978. We're here to find out just what makes that egg crack.
Just watch. The yoke is on you. The giant Vegreville pisanka, that great Easter egg. Generations of egg watchers will come from the world over to see the pride of Vegreville.
Vegreville is a town in central Alberta, and most would recognize it for its massive egg. It became a town in 1906 and is home to just under 6,000 Albertans. They originally built the egg to commemorate the centennial of the RCMP, but it didn't take long for it to attract the attention of the world, even the Queen.
Queen was giving her speech. Here's Prince Philip behind her, and there's an opening, a little opening underneath the egg. And he's looking all around, trying to figure out this egg. He says, I'm trying to figure out how this egg is going to turn. The Queen is giving her speech, and here he is, just looking underneath, not a concern.
I wonder if everybody else was as blown away as I was that it's completely hollow on the inside.
When Professor Resch designed that, it was a pretty important, well-researched structure.
Ronald Resch was an artist and applied geometrist from the States. He specialized in the folding of paper and how the science behind it could apply to structures. His skill sets made the Vegreville pisanka not only unique, but an achievement of 9 mathematical, architectural, and engineering firsts.
Just recently, we've been able to solve this problem that I posed many years ago of how to determine the simulated geometry of the paper fold so that I can actually construct it. I'm now able to sit down in the cathode ray tube to bring in a simulation of the paper folding and to design up any sort of structural shell that we want to build.
It was literally the first computer modeling of an egg ever created. This, for a monument in small-town Alberta, was celebrated nationwide.
Because it was highlighted in National Geographic.
Absolutely.
Front page.
That's incredible. Again, like the significance of that for a small town in Alberta. Where would Vegreville be without the egg?
We'd be invisible.
What it means to me is, as I look back on all my years of public service, I think the most meaningful years I spent were those years. I'm really proud that our local community stands out in my mind the most. And to build all those pieces and have everyone fit, that's quite an art.
The intricacy of the designs must symbolize something.
The golden sun of the stars symbolized life itself, growth and good fortune. And then the second one was a combination of triangles symbolizing several forms of Trinity. The egg having no end of beginning, symbolizing eternity.
The design is more than a mathematical wonder. It stays true to authentic pisanka tradition. Now that I knew what went into making the world's largest, I had to find out how the original was made. This one reminds me of something I might have attempted to make when I was younger.
Young people, if they did an egg, she would love to run after the boy and give him an egg. And then he knew that she kind of liked me. That's a very ancient custom, and it still is done in Ukraine.
These courting rituals have been completely lost in modern day.
First you have to cover it in wax, and is that...
That's right. So what you do is you heat the stylus, and then you put it into the beeswax, and anything that you put on the very first time, this will stay white. Then I will put it into the yellow dye and leave that in for 10 to 15 minutes. And after that is in there, you pick it up, dry that, and then you put on everything that you want it to stay yellow. And now you can see with all the other designs, the better an artist you are, the finer the lines and the more lines you have. It's a lot of work.
In Vegreville, Alberta, there's a giant pesanka. It's the biggest Easter egg that anybody ever saw. The question folks up there won't answer even if you beg. Where the heck's the chicken that laid that giant egg?
Vegreville's Pysanka is probably one of Alberta's most beautiful massive objects, and it just goes to show how much work went into making all 3,500 pieces that compose the egg today.
You'll admit that thing is really big.